What's up, everyone? Welcome back to the Hardcore Fab Shop, or Hardcore Fab channel. So, not in the shop today because I'm helping Connor with a new project he just got.
Bought a Packard.
We'll go unload this thing and give you guys a better look of it. Man, I'll tell you guys what, this kid keeps impressing me. He comes to work every day, he busts his rear, he listens to everything that I have to tell him, and then he applies it. He does a great job with everything. And then he saves all of his money that he's been making and buys a Packard, all on his own, no help with from me or his parents or anyone else. Finds a car, makes the deal. So when he asked me if I would help him go get it with my trailer, I'm more than happy to. And I think it's a cool project that he's working on here, and he's excited about it. I think I'm as excited about it as he is, just because he's excited about it. And I thought you guys might want to follow along and watch it. I wish the guy that he bought it from would have allowed us to video at his place when we loaded it all up, but he really wasn't all that excited about that. And that's fine, so you guys get to see it from here as we unload it. All right, Connor, tell us what you bought here.
I bought this 49 Packard. It's got the original straight 8 in it. It doesn't have the hood on it, of course, like you can see, in bumpers, trim, all that. I have all that with me. I just need to put it on, and it doesn't run at the moment, but a little bit of work should be running.
So, what's your plans?
I just get it running, looking nice, drive it around for a bit, sell it.
Cool. So what's our game plan here to see if we can get this thing running?
I need to probably drain the oil out of it and put some fresh oil in there. It's been sitting for a while, so I might as well get all the gunk out of the bottom. Just went and got this battery today. Hey, it's got the original super long 6-volt, and throw some gas in it, see if it cranks over.
All right, so how long has it been since it ran? Do you know? What was he saying?
Like 8-10 years maybe, something like that.
Something like that?
I think. Saying.
Well, it looks like it's fairly intact. It had been inside his garage, right? The whole time?
Yeah, it's just been sitting in his garage.
So.
He bought it, never touched it, according to him.
Wiring and stuff is even halfway decent in there, so I think it'll be fun to see if it'll run.
I think so.
Well, you ready to get after it?
I guess.
All right, let's do it. All right, so while Connor's down here changing the oil, I'll give you guys a little closer walk around look of this thing. Like I said, he does have all the grill and all the bumper and stuff to be able to put all the chrome and everything back on here and the hood. There is stuff on here that I honestly don't know what is. I don't know what this is. Connor, what is this? What is that?
Yeah, about that.
I don't know what that is. And it's a 3 on the tree, so it does have a shifter in here on the column. I'll give you guys a little better look inside here. Seat's actually not in horrible shape. I mean, it's got some stuff happening here on the edge, which is to be expected, but overall, in pretty decent shape, really. The dash is freaking awesome. It's got really nice chrome and stuff in here. Got a pretty nice mirror up here on here. The headliner lacks a little to be desired, but it's in there, so that's cool.
Seat's a little crunchy too, but that's all right.
Seat's crunchy?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not bad. Thought you were draining oil.
I was letting it drain.
Oh, okay. This ashtray, yes, ashtray in the middle of a cloth seat. That's just hilarious. It's missing a door panel over there on that side, but it is here for some reason. Any idea why that door panel is off?
Nope.
Okay.
Cannot tell you. Hey, it's got that weird crunchy stuff that was an old truck.
That bed liner or undercoating that they put back in the day?
Yeah. Got your lock. All looks good to me. I don't know.
Got some more chrome pieces down in there. Window trim. Is the trunk open or is it locked? That was a little crunchy sounding or rusty sounding. Need to blow that out probably, but it's even got a full-size spare in there and got all the rest of the caps and rings. So that's all pretty cool. And a pair of skirts. Really got all the pieces and parts here. It'll be pretty cool once it gets all that stuff bolted back on. I love how this thing has even got an armrest back here in the back. And it's set up like a truck. You don't even have to jack it up, change the oil. How about that?
I'm just skinny.
You're just skinny?
Very.
It sets up pretty high.
It does.
How's the oil look when it's coming out of there?
Black.
Is it clumpy?
No, that's pretty clean, really. Not bad.
Well, that's good.
Good.
Does kind of look like somebody has been in the motor at some time or another, because you can see evidence of a new gasket in there. Definitely been a long time ago when they did it, but it's a newer gasket than what the rest of the motor looks like. There's a soft plug back here that looks like it's a little bit crusty. See how that plays out. Got any antifreeze in it?
Not sure.
We hadn't checked that yet.
No.
Oh wow,
Crusty.
extra crusty down in there.
Yummy.
But we need to vacuum that out before we go any further. Just put that back on there for now. They also have the fuel line for this thing is off, so somebody was playing with that at some point or another. Looks like there's an original fuel line down here, and then they've changed this up here to maybe go to this one or something. We've kind of tried to track it down a little bit. The fuel pump is gone off the side of it. That's something that we're gonna have to figure out here real quick.
There's a bunch of crunchy stuff in there beforehand too, because it's just been used a million times.
Yeah,
It's really not bad though.
it's not horrible. Should just pull out, I think.
Good. Can't get my fingers on it.
Well, now you broke the handle.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. Why is that stuck so much?
Probably hasn't been changed in like 20 years.
Yeah, but damn. There you go. Here you go, Mr. Gloves.
Yep. Exactly what I got.
The fit. Straight up Traveler's oil.
Mm-hmm. That tractor supply stuff there.
The good stuff.
Mm-hmm. $14 for this thing. Still some weird crusties on it, but
Yeah, it's a lot better than it was.
yeah, definitely. A little bit of rust. See if cranks are...
Yeah, got the battery cables on there. Lights are coming on inside, so push to make sure it's in neutral. Three speed on the tree. May have to push clutch in. What's that do?
I don't know. I was wondering if that was a aftermarket starter button or something.
I don't think so.
Yeah, there's a light there, isn't there?
There's a light down here too by your hand.
Yeah.
Nothing. All right then. So there's, what was that?
Radio.
Is that the radio? Does it work?
There's a noise coming out of it. It wants to work.
So there's one wire up here that I noticed that is not hooked up. Let me see what this does. Try to start that. Still nothing. All right then. It does actually have a neutral safety switch on it. Maybe that's screwing it up.
There's a.
Whoa, 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 whoa. What'd you do?
Me?
Yeah?
What was that? I just pulled back the throttle.
Okay, well that's weird.
That's weird.
So yeah, there is some wires over here on the freaking carburetor. What is it?
Pull that back and it just turns over?
Yeah.
Here, wait.
So you got to push the gas pedal all the way to the floor before it'll start. Apparently. Go ahead and I'll throw the juice to her. Huh?
I love this song.
Look, beat.
Well, now what?
Yeah.
We need to check and see if we got spark, I guess.
See if this coil's any good.
No sparky sparky. All right, so catch everybody up on what had to happen to be able to get us some spark.
I found a broken wire, fixed that there, and then adjusted the points, and I spark now, so.
So now what's our odds of putting some gas down the carb and having it fire?
6, at least, maybe.
6%?
I don't know, 6 something.
Okay, let's see what happens. Give her a shot. That's a good sign. Do it again. That's not bad.
Not at all.
Just figure out a way to get a little bit more fuel to it, and then we can see if it'll run a little bit longer. Sound like I had a little bit of a lifter tick there, but it's been sitting, so I mean, that's got to be normal.
Expected.
But it fired, so.
Yeah.
Got any fuel line?
There's a little bit over there or something.
Cool. Well, I've successfully got gas everywhere, but we got some gas now in the carburetor, so we can see if it'll run a little longer.
All right.
This hose just isn't long enough, really, to not make a mess. Oh, there we go. Try that. Well, it's gonna run, so I think I'll just go get a fuel pump
Sweet.
instead of messing with this shit.
Yeah. So.
This is a fuel pump scenario that we ended up with, and seems like it's pumping fuel, and we put a little filter on there. The tank looked pretty new, so
Yeah.
we're hoping that it's gonna be okay.
No gas in it when mess with it, so
Yeah.
a little gas in there. And...
All right, so now we're ready to try it again, see if it'll stay running this time.
Yep. Let's see.
Go for it. I guess since we got it jacked up now, you could try the tranny too.
Yeah.
Fuel pump's kind of noisy.
Yeah, I think so.
Sweet. Are you having to hold the throttle to keep it running?
A little bit.
Still got a little bit of a lifter tick there.
Yeah.
It might pump back up once it's run for a little bit. I mean, it hadn't been running very long yet, so. That's idling by itself. Nice. Well, try the tranny and see if we got gears. That's going forward.
Reverse.
That's going reverse.
Second.
Yep. That's kind of bouncing a lot. You might want to. We'll just call that good for now. Probably shut it off since we don't have any water in it yet.
Yep.
We were looking at this little pick cot thing down here, and it doesn't look very good. So before we go ahead and put some water in it, I think we want to change that because it doesn't look like it's going to be sealed up. Also, when we first started it up, the oil was running out of the side of that plate there, and it looks like there might still be a little bit of fresh oil there where the fuel pump was.
Yeah, I might not have got that all the way flat, maybe.
But Connor made a little plate and just kind of stuck it on there, so maybe. Did you put a gasket on it?
Yeah, there's a gasket on it. It's just, when I put it on there, it's just a normal Chevy plate, and I didn't realize when I first put it on there, there's a little lip at the bottom of the block there, and it pushed the bottom of that plate up, so it wasn't sealing right, and it was letting oil through.
Gotcha.
So I went, I trimmed that off, and I stuck it on there, and it felt like it was flush on there, but maybe I didn't get it all the way flush. But
Yeah, it looks like it's still maybe leaking just a little bit. So
fixable. And then this oil filter, it's not leaking, so that's good.
anything on the floor? We haven't looked at the floor.
There's something.
Just over there where the oil filter was, or the fuel pump was, I think.
That's where gas spill or something.
No, I think it's from the oil filter. I mean the oil pump. Fuel pump. Damn, I can't talk.
Okay.
So now what?
I get a plug for it, see if it won't hold antifreeze, and
Then we can actually run it for a little longer.
run it for a little longer.
See if the tick will go away in the motor.
Mm-hmm.
So I've got an experienced mechanic here.
Yeah.
Mr. Frank Berry, and he knows a lot more about this stuff than I do, of course, and obviously he's can tell us here a little bit more about what it is, like this thing here that I don't know what it is.
This
With the
appears
cap
to
on
be
there?
a governor,
That's a governor.
I think.
Okay. Let me flip the camera around here.
Run off a back.
It's run off a vacuum,
Yeah.
and then so that's what that vacuum pod thing is down there.
I believe so. I believe that holds the vacuum. This brings the vacuum from the intake to here, and this is a breather.
Okay.
because it's got to be able to breathe with the diaphragm moving.
Gotcha.
And
And then it looks like that vacuum pod has wires and a cable or something going back there to the starter. What the hell is all that?
I cannot tell.
See a little weird arm hanging off the starter, and
Yeah,
then there's a
yeah.
cable, and then it
Cable
goes
here.
back there to that little pod thing down there, I think.
Well, that may have a pulley system
Okay.
to move the throttle. This runs down to there also, the throttle.
Oh, the throttle does? Okay, I didn't even pay attention to that, so.
And then this controls the set governor point where you can't over rev the motor.
Okay.
I believe is what that is for.
So, Connor and I are both new to this whole gas pedal to the floor to start thing.
Yeah, that's different. That's really different. Usually the switch is a separate switch on the floor, like Chevrolet has. And I think Pontiac and Buick also had that separate switch that you push. But this Packard has that right on the side of the carburetor.
So what stops that from hitting the starter when you are trying to floor the car?
That's a question I don't have the answer to.
Okay.
Maybe.
I thought maybe you might know more than we did.
The switch on the linkages is probably just your backup light switch. It's 3-speed on the column.
You think it's a backup light, not a neutral safety?
I don't know. It doesn't even really want to move. It could be the neutral safety, but the second wire's not on it, so it's evidently not working. Whether they've got it bypassed up in here or not.
Okay.
I wonder if there's some safety thing for the starter if you put it in drive and then it like cut it off or whatever. I don't know.
Maybe.
That's possible. Another switch here. Maybe along those same lines. There's another lever down here below this switch. So this switch may be controlling the start position.
Okay.
But I've really not seen that on a carburetor for running the starter solenoid.
Well, I hadn't seen it until this one, so.
Yeah, it's totally different. We've got to find a book on this.
Yeah.
Shop manual.
Nowadays, though, we have this thing called Google, and we
Google,
can Google
well, here,
it
let
too.
me show you all these scars that we got before Google come along.
I'm with you. I just had to give you a hard time.
And also on Google, it's like you can't find a whole lot of stuff on these. I tried. I looked up all kinds of stuff. I tried to. I can't find hardly anything.
There's probably an expert out there that may be watching this video that can tell us more. So if you guys know more about it, feel free to leave us comments in the comments below and tell us what the hell we're missing here. So
I use Google for a lot, even on this equipment that we work on. And
yeah, I just wanted to give you a hard time.
But it's just like everything else. You've got to sort out who's giving you the facts and who's giving you
100%.
Maybe they know what they're talking about.
100%. Cool. Well, you ready to go get some more parts and pieces, I guess?
Yep.